So there's been the opportunity for members of the MGM class to settle all of their claims for a total of $800 million. Obviously, that sounds like a great deal of money because that's a sizable settlement fund for a total of 4,500 plaintiffs. When you look at that for an individual claimant, that amounts to around $180,000. Now, all of us would look back and go, is that the value of a human life? Isn't a human life worth more than that? Isn't the opportunity to say goodbye to a loved one, have dinner with a loved one, hug a child, worth more than what they're being offered? But that's the inherent difficulty in a class action lawsuit or a mass tort lawsuit, is that your claims are valued in bulk. They are not valued individually. That's why trial lawyers, like the trial lawyers at Patrick Daniel Law, ultimately take the individual claims and go to trial with them, because the inherent value of one case is vastly more than $200,000 or $180,000. Ultimately, you are disregarding a number of elements of the claim. However, the trade-off is that there's immediate resolution and you're putting this sort of thing behind you. However, that also doesn't take into account that people will continue to suffer ongoing long-term psychological trauma, such as mental anguish and emotional distress, that will not be resolved by a $200,000 settlement. It's the sort of thing that's going to require permanent, ongoing post-traumatic stress disorder, psychological and psychiatric treatment for those people that are related or were related to the victims of this horrible tragedy. The moral of the story is know your rights. Know whether or not you can pursue your claim individually. Know that you always can. There is always an opt-out. There is always an alternative route. Even in an MDL, your claim can be litigated separately. In a class action, you always have the opportunity to opt out of a class settlement and pursue your claim on an individual basis. Understand your rights. Consult a knowledgeable attorney.